Hey everybody, Chainsaw Reacts here, and as you can tell, I have a giant stack of books here for you guys. I'm doing a book haul for the channel today. I've been collecting books over the last number of months because I've been getting into reading a lot more. Me and my wife have been getting into reading a lot more, and I have so many different books I want to show you guys that I couldn't even actually fit them all in the thumbnail image because there are so many books that I wanted to talk about briefly and to show off you guys that I picked up and I want to talk about and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's dive in. I want to quickly show you the book I'm reading right now, which is Arrow Vengeance. I'm really enjoying the story so far. It jumps around in the timeline a little bit, but it mostly follows Slade and a few other characters I highly recommend checking out if you're an Arrow fan. Sticking with Arrow, Arrow Fatal Legacies. I've heard about this book since it was first announced. I wanted to read it, but I never got around to actually getting it until literally a few days ago. Amazon delivered it. This is set between, as it says in the back here, set in the devastating aftermath of Season 5 and leading into the thrilling events of Season 6. Well, they're really thrilling, some I guess, but yeah. As you guys know, I love Star Wars, so I decided to pick this up finally, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I've heard great things about this book, and I wanted to check it out. And yeah, I can't wait to get into this one. Next up is this trilogy of books. I'm not 100% sure where I heard about this series, but I've read the description of the first book. They all three were on sale, so I decided to pick them up. And this is considered epic fantasy. I know there's like subgenres of fantasy, but these are considered under epic fantasy. And The Queens of Rinthia, I believe, is the trilogy. It says book 1 of The Queens of Rinthia, if that's how you pronounce that. The first book is The Queen of Blood. Love that cover. Book 2 is The Reluctant Queen. Did I pronounce that correctly? It's been a long day. And the final book in the trilogy is The Queen of Sorrow. Like that cover as well. Next up is 5 books from the same author, James Rollins. I've read 2 of his books so far, Ice Hunt and Amazonia, both great books. He writes mystery, science fiction, thriller, drama, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different subgenres within his writing, but these next 5 books are from him, and I cannot wait to get to these at some point. The first one is Black Order from James Rollins. It's a great cover. Got a good deal on all these books. The next up is The Bone Labyrinth from James Rollins. This is a pretty solid book. Like, most of his books are pretty big, but there's a lot of really cool reveals from Amazonia and Ice Hunt, the 2 books that I've actually read from him, Ice Hunt and Amazonia. Both fantastic books, in my personal opinion, and I got really excited to read more of his stuff. The third one up is Excavation from James Rollins. Actually, a little bit on the shorter side, but they're still pretty lengthy. This one here, I didn't hear about until I actually read the back of it in the store. Bloodline. So interesting there. Like I said, all these are thriller, mystery, science fiction for the most part. There's a lot of really cool stuff, like a lot of genres. Map of Bones is the next one. I had heard about A Winter's Promise from a few different other book YouTubers that were posting haul videos and showing off different books they're reading or whatever, and I heard about A Winter's Promise, and I decided to pick it up because it was actually on sale, like buy one, get one, half price. So I decided to pick it up, and I really like the cover. I like the design of it a lot, and I'm not really too sure exactly on, it's fantasy. Not really sure what else kind of genre it is, but I'm excited to get into it because I've been hearing great things. The one horror book in this haul is, I believe, The Caro Haunt. I think it's how to pronounce that word. But regardless, I read the back of it. The Dead Are Restless here. It talks about a tour guide, and there's this haunted house. It sounds like, a typical, setting for a horror thing. But as I was looking into it, and actually, before I buy books now, I read the back of it, obviously, but then I look into what people are reviewing it without spoilers or whatever, and people talking about it. And when I posted about getting this, I got a few more people were commenting in the Facebook group I'm in now for books and saying that this is really good, but I was hearing great things about it because there's a lot of horror books out there that are apparently not great, but apparently this one is really good, and I can't wait to read it. The biggest book in this video, page lengthwise and actual size of it, The Priory of the Orange Tree. I have literally heard nothing but great things about this book. Some people have said it's a slow burn at times, but literally every single time I would search up fantasy novels or something on YouTube and there's people talking about different books people should read to get into or recommendations, this is always pretty much in every single video I've seen for the past month or so, because I've been looking into a lot more of those and trying to find recommendations, and I just keep hearing about this book. So I decided to pick it up at Barnes & Noble, and I'm so glad I did. So that's the video, guys, as you've seen here, and there's tons of books on my shelf in there and in the bedroom as well that I have not shown that I do have as well. Yeah, I have a lot of reading to do, but I have found that passion, that love for reading again, and I cannot wait to get into more of these. So yeah, I'm going to continue to read and do all this kind of stuff. So if you guys want to see more book haul videos or maybe even potential book reviews on the channel, please let me know in the comments below. I would really like to do that if you guys want to see that. And yeah, I can't wait to get into these books and all the other ones as well, because I love stories, and I lost my passion for years of reading, and I'm so glad I'm back into doing it. So that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.